Diary entry number 146. It's a windy and cold night. The 10-tail's absolutely going stupid right now. But I don't really care. I'm trying to stay hidden. I'm scared as a bitch right now. I find a good hiding spot away from the battle. As I'm about to get seated, I use my listening to other people's thoughts jutsu one more time to see what everyone is thinking about. Then I hear this.
Lady Tsunade, it looks like I've finally caught up to the two of them.
Sakura Haruno is a member of Team 7 and a skilled kunoichi from the Hidden Leaf Village. But you probably already knew this. That's why you clicked on the video. Although she's completely useless, we're reminded by countless Reddit users and Quora users that she isn't. Today we're going to do the exact same thing, but a little bit different. We're going to make her a better character. Every character in Naruto has a goal that they're trying to achieve. For example, Rock Lee wants to be a splendid shinobi only using taijutsu. Naruto wants to be Hokage, and Sasuke wants to restore and avenge his clan's name. In most animes, the goals of the characters are usually revealed in the beginning. Sakura's goal was to be acknowledged by Sasuke. She wanted to be acknowledged by Sasuke so that they can pursue some sort of deeper, meaningful relationship. I think that if Sasuke had decided to drop everything and marry Sakura, she wouldn't have gone through a whole development, and the story for her would have ended there. That's why I personally don't think Sakura's goal was bad, but rather the execution of certain things that involved her character was bad. Remember this, as this will be important throughout the video. I don't think that there is any background changes that we need to make to Sakura's character, because she doesn't have an interesting design other than the fact that she has green eyes and pink hair. And I personally think that her background is pretty solid. I don't think we need one team full of members who are part of crazy overpowered clans. Rather, I think we should explore Sakura's arsenal and what she ends up becoming by the end of the anime. Sakura is a medical ninja who trained under Tsunade. By the end of the anime, it's debatable whether she surpassed Tsunade due to statements from Hashirama and her actions in the war. By the time Boruto rolls around, it becomes less debatable on who's the better shinobi. She has amazing chakra control, and due to that and Lady Tsunade's training, she develops the Bakugo seal. This enhances her medical ninjutsu and her monstrous strength. She's also said to have an affinity for genjutsu, earth release, and water release. She's also somewhat of a strategist in battle. Although this is essentially the end product of Sakura, we only see this development after Naruto Part 1. When I look at her skill set, it honestly makes me wonder what the hell Kishimoto was doing during the creation of Sakura. I mean, she has the power, all you need to do is make her not so reliant on other people. Instead of having Sakura realize that she needs to gain power well after Sasuke is left, she immediately realizes this after the bell test. I think it's fair to say that Sakura is somewhat of a prodigy, since she managed to make it out of a class full of prodigies, and she managed to obtain the Bakugo seal at age 16. So having her learn water release or earth release jutsu at age 12 is reasonable. I would rather have her learn water release rather than earth release, just so she can have that water and fire contrast between her and Sasuke. She'll start learning how to use water release in between the Land of Waves arc and the bell test. Her character will have to be one of an ignorant girl. A girl who thinks because she's got top prospect Sasuke and underrated long-term prospect Naruto in her team, it automatically proves she's amazing too. And her wake-up call will start after the bell test. And after her fight against Ino, she'll have a complete 360. And that's where she'll actually start working towards what she becomes in Boruto. She'll still lose against Ino though. But the reason she loses against Ino is due to a lack of mastery of water release. She'll probably try and use it, but it probably won't work out for her that well. It will maybe consume her chakra and she'll have to abandon it during the match. From that point onwards, her story will carry on relatively the same, where she starts learning medical ninjutsu. During the time skip, she would have become even more powerful. Out of Team 7, she's the only one who stayed in the Hidden Leaf Village, so she will have access to a lot of skilled shinobi. She would have mastered her medical ninjutsu and her water and earth release jutsu. On top of this, she would have learned how to use genjutsu, and she would have become a better taijutsu user. She would have trained under Might Guy for her taijutsu, Kurenai for her genjutsu, and Kakashi for her ninjutsu, and also Tsunade for her medical ninjutsu. This would have made her an even more formidable shinobi. Her genjutsu would maybe consist of having Inner Sakura attack her target, or maybe she would copy Kurenai's technique. She wouldn't have to use the inner gates because she can already use ninjutsu. Her fight against Sasori will stay the same, but she won't be able to use ninjutsu due to Chiyo controlling her. It will be quite hard for Sakura and Chiyo to coordinate their attacks if Sakura tries to use ninjutsu. Throughout Shippuden, Naruto and Sasuke have 3 major fights individually. Naruto has his fight against Orochimaru, Pain, and Kakazu. Sasuke has his fight against Itachi, Danzo, and Naruto. They do have more fights, but these are the more notable ones. For Sakura, she only has one major fight, and this fight is against Sasori. Usually the fights that the characters go through usually develop the characters in some sort of way. Shikamaru vs Hidan helped Shikamaru grow and become more responsible. Naruto's fight against Pain made him realize and understand the world a little bit better. And Sasuke vs Danzo made Sasuke a little bit more emo. Sakura and Sasori didn't do anything for Sakura, other than showcase how much she has grown. After Danzo and Sasuke's fight, Sakura will show up to kill Sasuke. But she won't try and beat around the bush about it like she did in the anime. She'll have to hide her true emotions and try and kill him. She'll still lose due to her failure to get rid of her true emotions for Sasuke. She won't be fighting to kill Sasuke, and that's where she'll ultimately fail. It'll be one of those situations where you say that you want to do something, but aren't necessarily doing the things that you need to do to accomplish your goal. She could also start foreshadowing the Bakugo seal during this fight. This fight will be extremely tough for Sakura, and will be beneficial for her character development. Sakura will be stuck at a crossroads. Does she kill and destroy her goal for the sake of the village? Or does she let Sasuke go in the hopes that Sasuke will come around someday? Her fight will show where she stands in this situation. The war arc will stay relatively the same. Once she opens her seal, her ninjutsu, and presumably her genjutsu will be enhanced. And this is where her story ends. And if you've enjoyed that video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any more advice for me or anything that I can do, maybe any video suggestions, don't forget to leave it in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time.